Today, we are revealing prevalent foods that may be insidiously harming your kidneys. Envision experiencing well-being, only to learn that your kidneys are deteriorating. Alarming, indeed. What if I informed you that certain common foods, even those that appear nutritious, can be the offenders? This video will disclose the 22 most detrimental foods for kidney health. Some may astonish you, and they might currently be in your refrigerator. I will elucidate how certain foods can adversely affect your kidneys and provide kidney-friendly alternatives. Stay informed about safeguarding your kidneys and preventing significant health complications. Bacon, a breakfast favorite doing more harm than good. Commence with bacon, a cherished morning delicacy. While it's crispy and delicious, bacon is rich with sodium and saturated fats, which can affect your kidneys over time. Your kidneys regulate the appropriate balance of salt in your body. Excessive salt consumption necessitates increased kidney exertion for elimination. This strain can lead to high blood pressure, a key risk factor for kidney disease. But that's not all. Bacon's high quantities of saturated fat can contribute to obesity and cardiac problems, which can influence your kidney function. Studies reveal that consuming too much processed meat, such bacon, increases the risk of chronic kidney disease. So, what can a bacon lover do? Moderation is crucial. Try restricting bacon to an occasional treat rather than a regular pleasure. You might also use turkey or Canadian bacon, which are usually lower in fat and sodium. Even better, why not try with plant-based bacon alternatives? They deliver the same smoky flavor without the kidney-harming consequences. Processed cheese, convenient but risky. Next on the list is processed cheese, those individually wrapped slices that melt so wonderfully on burgers. While convenient, processed cheese is heavy in salt and phosphorus, both of which can be damaging to your kidneys. Healthy kidneys filter out extra phosphorus, but when they're not operating correctly, phosphorus can build up in the blood. This can lead to weak bones, calcium deposits in your blood vessels, and more kidney damage. Processed cheese can also pack a lot of sodium. Just 2 slices can contain up to 350 milligrams, a significant proportion of the recommended daily limit. Plus, unlike genuine cheeses, processed variants frequently contain lower protein content and fewer nutrients. So, what's the alternative? Opt for natural cheeses like mozzarella, Swiss, or goat cheese, which are often lower in phosphorus and sodium. And if you want to leave out dairy altogether, there are lots of plant-based cheese options that are lower in sodium and devoid of phosphate additions. Cola drinks, more than just a sweet treat. Now, let's discuss about cola drinks. You might assume that having a soda now and again won't affect you, but colas can be especially hazardous for your kidneys. Why? Because they contain large levels of phosphoric acid, which gives cola its acidic flavor and inhibits mold and germs from forming in the drink. Consuming too much phosphoric acid can raise the risk of kidney stones, painful deposits that form when your urine includes excessive levels of chemicals like phosphorus. A research even indicated that persons who consume 2 or more colas each day are twice as likely to develop chronic kidney disease. What's more, cola drinks are filled with sugar. A 12-ounce can have up to 39 grams of sugar. High sugar intake is connected to obesity and type 2 diabetes, both of which can contribute to kidney difficulties. So, what should you drink instead? Water is always the greatest choice for kidney health. If you're craving something with more taste, try unsweetened iced tea, fruit-infused water, or sparkling water with a dash of 100% fruit juice. If caffeine is the reason you crave for cola, consider switching to green tea. It has antioxidants that may aid your kidneys. Canned soups, a sneaky sodium bomb. Another surprising meal that could hurt your kidneys is canned soup. While it's generally considered as a quick and healthful option, canned soup can be filled with sodium. A single can may contain from 600 to 1,300 milligrams of sodium, which is problematic given the American Heart Association recommends no more than 2,300 milligrams per day, with an ideal limit of 1,500 milligrams for most adults. Your kidneys assist maintain sodium levels, but when you drink too much, they have to work harder to remove the excess. Over time, this can lead to high blood pressure, one of the main causes of kidney disease. Canned soups also commonly contain hazardous ingredients like phosphate and sugar, which place extra strain on your kidneys. But does that mean you need to give up soup altogether? Not at all. You can cook your own soup at home, where you control the ingredients and limit the salt amount. If you like canned soup, seek for low-sodium selections or dilute it with extra water to reduce salt. Adding herbs and spices can increase flavor without needing extra salt. By being knowledgeable and making simple adjustments, you can preserve your kidneys and enjoy your favorite meals with less danger. Pickles. Pickles may be low in calories, but they're incredibly heavy in sodium. A single pickle can contain up to 1/3 of your daily salt requirement. The pickling method involves soaking cucumbers in saline water, which preserves them but also fills them with sodium. Too much sodium can elevate your blood pressure, placing stress on your kidneys. Over time, this can damage the tiny blood vessels in your kidneys, making it harder for them to filter waste from your blood. If you adore pickles, try making your own with less salt or enjoy fresh cucumbers instead. Alcohol. Drinking alcohol can also affect your kidneys. When you drink, your kidneys have to work harder to balance the fluids and electrolytes in your body. Over time, heavy drinking can lead to chronic kidney disease. Alcohol can also promote high blood pressure and liver disease, both of which can significantly affect kidney function. If you drink alcohol, do it in moderation. Stick to 1 drink each day for women and 2 for men, and drink lots of water to stay hydrated. Red meat. Red meat, like beef and pork, is abundant in protein, but too much can be hard on your kidneys. When your body breaks down protein, it produces waste that your kidneys need to filter out. Eating too much red meat might overwhelm your kidneys, making them work harder than they should. Red meat also contains saturated fats, which can lead to heart disease, and purines, which can cause kidney stones. You don't need to remove red meat totally, but try to restrict your servings and choose lean cuts. You can also replace part of your red meat meals with plant-based proteins like beans or tofu. White bread. Finally, let's talk about white bread. Made from refined flour, white bread lacks the fiber and nutrients found in whole grains. When you eat white bread, it quickly converts into sugar in your body, producing blood sugar increases. Over time, these spikes might damage the blood vessels in your kidneys, making it harder for them to filter waste from your blood. To preserve your kidneys, try switching to whole grain bread, which contains more fiber and nutrients to keep your blood sugar levels consistent. The hidden dangers of white bread for kidney health. White bread is prepared from processed flour, which includes relatively little fiber. The absence of fiber can cause blood sugar levels to increase, which over time can injure the small blood veins in your kidneys. Moreover, many types of white bread are filled with added sugars and preservatives, which your kidneys must work extra hard to filter out. The high salt concentration in white bread, generally ranging from 100 to 200 milligrams each slice, can quickly mount up and put additional stress on your kidneys. Kidney-friendly alternatives to white bread. For bread lovers, there are healthier options that are easier on your kidneys. Whole grain bread includes more fiber, which slows down sugar absorption in the bloodstream. Look for low-sodium versions or try sprouted grain bread, which is easier to digest. Other possibilities include grains like quinoa, brown rice, and oats, which deliver additional nutrients without overburdening your kidneys. Why sugary cereals are bad for your kidneys. Sugary cereals might be a quick and tempting breakfast alternative, but they might affect your kidneys. High in sugar and lacking in fiber, these cereals induce fast rises in blood sugar, which might harm your kidneys over time. Excessive sugar consumption can also contribute to weight gain and raise your risk of developing type 2 diabetes, both of which are key causes to kidney damage. Additionally, many sugary cereals include high quantities of sodium and chemical additives, adding even more stress to your kidneys. Healthier breakfast choices. Healthier breakfast options include oatmeal, which is strong in fiber and may be sweetened naturally with fruit. Greek yogurt with berries is another wonderful option, giving a combination of protein and sweetness without undue sugar. Homemade smoothies, where you control the ingredients, or egg white omelets with veggies, are healthful choices that support kidney function. The risks of salt substitutes. While salt alternatives might seem like a nice choice, they might be problematic for those with kidney problems. Many salt replacements employ potassium chloride instead of sodium chloride. While potassium is vital for the body, too much of it can be hazardous, especially if your kidneys can't filter it effectively. If you have kidney illness, your kidneys could struggle to remove extra potassium, leading to hyperkalemia, which can cause muscle weakness, irregular heartbeats, and in severe cases, can be life-threatening. Flavorful alternatives to salt. To add taste without using salt or salt alternatives, consider herbs and spices. Lemon or lime juice can brighten dishes, while vinegar, such as balsamic or apple cider vinegar, offers a tangy taste. Garlic and onions are also fantastic for providing depth of flavor without relying on salt. Soy sauce and its impact on kidney health. Soy sauce, while a beloved condiment, is filled with sodium. Just 1 tablespoon contains nearly 1,000 milligrams of sodium, more than half of the recommended daily amount. Consuming too much sodium can contribute to high blood pressure, a key risk factor for kidney disease, and fluid retention, putting further strain on the kidneys. Kidney-friendly alternatives to soy sauce. If you prefer the flavor of soy sauce, try alternatives like coconut aminos, a soy-free and lower sodium choice. If you enjoy soy sauce, look for low-sodium options, but use them sparingly. Homemade sauces made from mushrooms or balsamic glaze can also deliver rich flavors without the detrimental salt. The truth about banana chips. Banana chips might seem like a healthy snack, but they are commonly fried and covered with sugar, making them heavy in fat and sugar. This can lead to weight gain and an increased risk of type 2 diabetes, both of which affect the kidneys. The dehydration process also concentrates potassium levels, which can be harmful for persons with kidney problems. Kidney-friendly snack options. Healthier snack alternatives include fresh fruit like apples, berries, or pineapple, which are lower in potassium. Unsalted popcorn, rice cakes, and raw veggies with hummus are other preferable choices that won't overburden your kidneys. The danger of star fruit for kidney health. Star fruit is a tropical fruit that might be deadly for persons with kidney problems. It includes a toxin that healthy kidneys can filter out, but damaged kidneys may not be able to digest it. This can lead to symptoms including hiccups, vomiting, and even seizures. In severe situations, ingesting star fruit can be life-threatening for persons with kidney illness. Kidney-friendly fruit options. Instead of star fruit, choose for kidney-friendly fruits like berries, apples, grapes, and plums. These fruits are lower in potassium and significantly safer for folks with kidney difficulties. Energy drinks and their negative effects on the kidneys. Energy drinks are packed with caffeine and sugar, which can elevate blood pressure and stress the kidneys. Many energy drinks contain as much sugar as soda, adding to weight gain and raising the risk of diabetes. Additionally, artificial ingredients in energy drinks must be filtered by your kidneys, putting even more strain on them. The caffeine in these drinks can also promote dehydration, further damaging your kidneys. Better energy-boosting alternatives. For a healthier energy boost, consider green tea, which gives a lower caffeine spike and is rich in antioxidants. Sometimes weariness is only an indication of dehydration, so drinking water could help. Fresh fruit, smoothies, and a single cup of coffee, in moderation, are also preferable options for giving energy without the dangerous side effects of energy drinks. Harmful ingredients in processed foods, phosphorus additives. One of the most prevalent constituents in many processed foods is phosphorus additions. These are commonly indicated on food labels as words that end in phosphate. They are used to improve flavor, lengthen shelf life, and enhance the texture of processed goods. While phosphorus is a crucial mineral for bone health and cellular function, too much can be harmful, especially for persons with kidney difficulties. Healthy kidneys assist regulate the phosphorus levels in the body. But when the kidneys are injured, they may struggle to eliminate additional phosphorus. This can cause phosphorus to build up, which is dangerous. What's challenging is that phosphorus from additions is more easily absorbed by the body compared to phosphorus found naturally in foods. Since phosphorus additions are disguised in many processed foods, it's simple to eat more than you think. When phosphorus levels are excessively high, it can lead to weak bones, harmful calcium buildup in blood vessels, and further damage to the kidneys. Foods that typically contain phosphate additions include processed meats, packaged baked products, soft beverages, quick puddings, sauces, and processed cheeses. To minimize your intake, it's crucial to read labels carefully and choose whole, unprocessed foods whenever feasible. Cooking at home also provides you more control over what ingredients you use. Whole wheat bread and kidney health. Whole wheat bread is often considered healthy because it's a whole grain. However, for persons with kidney difficulties, it can be tricky. Whole wheat bread is high in both phosphorus and potassium, two elements that can build up in the blood when the kidneys are not functioning effectively. While phosphorus is vital for bone health, too much of it can be hazardous. Potassium, which is important for heart and muscle function, can potentially be hazardous in excess if the kidneys can't filter it out. In addition, whole grains contain something called phytates, which might make it harder for the body to absorb key minerals like calcium and iron. Some commercially prepared whole wheat breads also include additional phosphates as preservatives, making them more worse for those with kidney difficulties. However, you don't have to give up bread totally. Some kidney-friendly choices are sourdough bread, which is simpler to digest, rice bread, which is lower in phosphorus and potassium, and maize tortillas. Making your own bread at home is another fantastic choice since you can control the ingredients. If you choose to consume whole wheat bread, be cautious of your portion size and the other meals you're consuming during the day. Avocados, superfood or kidney health risk? Avocados are typically considered a superfood since they are filled with nutrients. But for persons with kidney problems, avocados can be a concern due to their high potassium level. A medium-sized avocado has roughly 975 milligrams of potassium, which is around 20% of the required daily consumption for a healthy adult. This is a lot of potassium, especially for someone with kidney difficulties. When the kidneys are injured, they may not be able to filter out extra potassium from the blood, leading to a condition called hyperkalemia, which can impair the heart. Since avocados are nutrient-dense, even a small serving can have a major influence on your daily intake of potassium. Avocados are also growing increasingly popular and may be found in unexpected places like smoothies or desserts. If your doctor thinks it's acceptable, you can still enjoy avocados in little amounts. Try using just a thin slice or a couple of tablespoons as a spread. You can also balance your meals by cutting back on other high-potassium foods. Some individuals also employ a technique called leaching to reduce potassium levels by soaking avocado slices in water for a few hours. If you need to avoid avocados, substitutes like hummus, low-fat cream cheese, or egg whites might offer a similar creamy feel in recipes. Tomato products, a hidden source of sodium and potassium. Tomatoes are a key ingredient in many recipes, but processed products like ketchup, tomato sauce, and canned tomatoes often contain high amounts of sodium and potassium. While fresh tomatoes are low in sodium, their processed forms are usually packed with salt to enhance flavor and extend shelf life. For people with kidney issues, the potassium in tomatoes can pose a risk. Just 1 cup of tomato sauce has over 900 milligrams of potassium, which can strain already impaired kidneys, leading to symptoms like fatigue, muscle weakness, and even heart problems. To enjoy tomato-based dishes while protecting your kidneys, try making homemade sauces with fresh or low-sodium tomatoes. You can also use roasted red peppers as a flavorful, lower potassium alternative. Frozen meals, convenience at a cost to kidney health. Frozen meals may be quick and easy, but they're often loaded with sodium, preservatives, and unhealthy fats. Even healthy options can contain 800 to 1,500 milligrams of sodium per serving, well above what's safe for kidney health. Phosphate additives in these meals can also be harmful by promoting calcium deposits in organs, further straining kidney function. Instead of relying on frozen meals, prepare and freeze your own homemade dishes. This gives you control over sodium levels and ensures healthier ingredients like vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains, which are easier on the kidneys. Artificial sweeteners, hidden kidney risks. Artificial sweeteners like aspartame, saccharin, and sucralose are common in diet products, but some research suggests long-term use may harm kidney function. One study linked regular diet soda consumption to a decline in kidney health, possibly due to the artificial chemicals these sweeteners introduce. For a healthier option, consider natural sweeteners like stevia or monk fruit. They provide sweetness without the additives that may tax your kidneys. Potato chips, a salty snack with hidden dangers. Potato chips are a popular snack, but they're packed with sodium, unhealthy fats, and additives that can harm your kidneys. A single serving can contain over 200 milligrams of sodium, and it's easy to eat more than that in one sitting. For a healthier crunchy snack, try making homemade baked chips with sweet potatoes or zucchini. These are lower in sodium and fat, and provide more nutrients than traditional chips. Canned vegetables, high sodium in every serving. Canned vegetables are often preserved in salty solutions, significantly increasing their sodium content. For example, a can of green beans can have over 300 milligrams of sodium per serving. Opt for low sodium or no salt added versions, or choose fresh or frozen vegetables, which are better for your kidneys. If using canned vegetables, rinse them thoroughly to reduce their salt content.